Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining us for the ITWeb Governance, Risk and Compliance. It's GRC Summit for 2024, held here at the forum at Bryanston. We've got a great day planned ahead, great topics coming up from very futuristic, looking at the 4 future seasons, as well as the impact of quantum computing on GRC, but also much more practical matters such as skills creation, closing the gap between business and technology using GRC, and a lot more. So thank you for joining us, and I hope you get a lot of value out of today's content.
So when you think about the future, there's many kinds of futures, there's many kinds of outputs. One of the typical problems that I encounter with organizations around the world where I do my work is the assumption that there's a singular future. And that singular future is mostly as a byproduct of extrapolation of the past. Rather, what organizations should be doing, specifically in the GRC field, is saying, irrespective of what I'm doing, whatever area I'm in, what does the world look like 10 years from now? It just so happens that right now we're in a very tech-saturated world, and so it's very much about GRC professionals working and understanding technology and how to then drive the processes that create the guardrails to ensure that world is not only met, but they're all successful and it's more equitable.
The GRC space is changing rapidly, so you need to know what you need to comply with and how can I leverage technology to do this. It's the only efficient way that organizations can be able to respond to all the regulation coming out. I'm really interested to hear about what the developments are in the South African market. I'm interested to hear about how people are leveraging technology. This market here tends to be one of the leaders globally when it comes to regulation and financial services. And so I want to see how people are thinking and what the regulator is currently thinking in terms of some of the new regulation coming out and how we might be able to support them with that.
If you're not really up to speed with GRC developments, you're going to be falling behind. I just think the attendance of so many governance professionals taking a keen interest in where things are going, actually making the time to attend, listen to the thought leaders, just demonstrates a desire to make sure that that space is well covered. And we all know that governance and compliance, I would say, is the bedrock of any healthy economy and successful business.
The first speaker was just scaring the hell out of me because, sorry, apologies for the language. He was showing us the possibilities and the implications of what can just happen around us. And I don't think we think about it enough. We only prepare for things as they come. When he spoke about the fear and the understanding the unknowns and preparing for the unknowns, you don't know it, but prepare for it. It's just a classic example of how a GRC professional should carry themselves. Understanding your risk appetite in your organization, what is fit for purpose, how best can I prepare for resilience.
Oh, these are the types of discussions that you do need to be in a room and you do need to be present to hear and to engage with. The potential buyer going forward is the Gen Z or the Gen Alpha. We still don't know how to service them. We don't know how to relate to them. What's responsible marketing? What's ethical marketing? How do we become top of mind? How do we place data and how do we reach this untapped market? It's constantly evolving and you have to do so within confines, within parameters. It's been eye-opening so far and there's a lot of homework already.
I think within the current environment we find ourselves in, we have the adoption of cloud and cloud strategies, and many organizations have not yet augmented their policies around governance, and particularly cloud governance and issues around things like data residency, data management. Within the event itself and the concept around governance, the fact that we are able to piece together so many different elements becomes a cornerstone in terms of having an insight as to what's coming down the pipeline, creates vital information for us to learn from.
These technological knowledge and innovations are still with the IT department, but it's now impacting everyone in the business. So I think the GRC team will be playing more and more of a critical role as we go into the future. Look, I think the advent of generative AI has really turned the table on what it means to have governance, to have compliance and the like. It's actually quite scary if you see what this technology can do, and I don't know if businesses are even nearly ready for it yet. I love ITWeb's events because it's always so well arranged, the communication, the reminders, the emails, and as a speaker, it's a lovely audience. I like the small talk of some really big names and very influential people here to network with, and the topics on the agenda is also fantastic and really super relevant, I think.